RCom has signed a binding pact for the sale of valuable assets of the company. In fact, RCom has signed a binding definitive agreement with Reliance Jio. This is a story that my colleague Ashwin Mohan broke in the afternoon, and now finally that announcement coming in that RCom will be signing a binding pact for the sale of valuable wireless spectrum. This is something that they've done with Reliance Jio. Finally, looks like Big Brother Mukesh Ambani is looking to bail out the younger one, Anil Ambani, and this move, remember, has come in just days after Anil Ambani also struck a deal with lenders to reduce RCom's debt by as much as 25,000 crore rupees. And finally, that news break getting confirmed that RCom has signed a definitive agreement with Reliance Jio. As we are telling you, this pact is also for the sale of towers, fibers and MCNs, and this definitive agreement that has been signed with Reliance Jio in a way will help both the companies because Big Brother Mukesh Ambani will get the tower assets of RCom, and RCom on the other hand will be able to reduce its debt significantly. Let me see if we're able to get across to our colleague Ashwin Mohan on that story. But that is a story that we broke in the afternoon. The Reliance Communications has now signed a pact with respect to... Okay, I think my colleague Ashwin Mohan is joining us on the phone line. Ashwin, congratulations on that news break. You reported this in the afternoon, and finally that confirmation coming in that RCom has signed a definitive agreement pact with Reliance Jio. Tell us more about tell us more details on this. What are you picking up so far?
That's right, Ruchi. This was indeed one of the biggest M&A deal stories regarding the asset monetization of RCom, which was broken on ET Now earlier today during market hours, and now we indeed do have the confirmation coming in via an official statement. And according to the official statement, Reliance Jio, which is of course a subsidiary of RIL, has signed definitive agreements for the acquisition of specified assets of Reliance Communications Limited and its affiliates. So the key word here is definitive agreements, which means that it's beyond the non-binding stage, and clearly RIL has in fact walked away with some of the key assets of RCom as part of the debt reduction exercise. Now, let's take a closer look at which are some of the assets that will be under the RIL Jio umbrella as part of this big deal. There's going to be tower assets. That's exactly what we reported earlier today. There's going to be optic fiber cable network. There's going to be spectrum, and there's going to be media convergence nodes. Now, this is extremely important from a strategic point of view for Reliance Jio because, they are important as physical infrastructure assets because they are expected to contribute significantly to the large-scale rollout of wireless and fiber to home and enterprise services by Reliance Jio. So therefore, it gives Reliance Jio even greater network, even greater reach, and of course, even greater scale. One needs to keep in mind that this was in fact a process that was run by the lenders of RCom. SBI Capital Markets was the investment banker who was appointed to run this particular process. And it was a two-stage bidding process, and Reliance Jio has emerged as a successful bidder, as we are now officially confirming via the statement which has come in.
Right.
Yeah.
Ashwin, I have one more very important question for you. Help us understand what really worked for Reliance Jio. There was ATC, many other domestic suitors in line, but what is it that perhaps worked in this deal in favor of Reliance Jio, apart from Mukesh Ambani, being the elder brother and being willing to bail the younger one out? I don't think we have Ashwin on a good line there, but the news story that is flashing at the bottom of your screen is that Reliance Communications has signed a definitive agreement with Reliance Jio. Reliance Jio is going to buy most of the assets of Reliance Communications. This is binding definitive agreement that has been done. Many other suitors like ATC and other domestic suitors were in line, but looks like Mukesh Ambani, the elder brother, has is going to in fact bail out the younger one, Anil Ambani. This deal also comes in days after Reliance Communications had said that they're going to significantly reduce their debt, close to 25,000 crore rupees. The pact is also for the sale of tower, fiber and spectrum. Remember, Reliance Jio was keen to acquire RCom spectrum assets, both in the 850 megahertz as well as the 2100 megahertz band. And this, as we're seeing massive consolidation coming in the telecom space. On the other hand, various other suitors like Bharti Airtel, Vodafone were also interested in buying spectrum that Reliance Communication held in the 900 megahertz band. But looks like finally that agreement has been signed. Mukesh Ambani's firm was also the front runner to bail out the debt-laden company, that is Reliance Communications. Okay, Ashwin is joining us again. Ashwin, you were talking about what really worked for Reliance Jio. Talk to us about why was Reliance Jio chosen above various other domestic suitors.
No, Ruchi, 2 points of view over here. Like I was pointing out earlier, it's not just a family connection and not just the fact that both fall under the same, both are brothers, but there are a lot of business synergies as well that currently exist between Reliance Jio and RCom. As I was pointing out earlier, RCom and Reliance Jio already have entered into passive infrastructure sharing pacts. So, both the companies are already familiar with each other's business structures because of the pre-existing infrastructure sharing pacts. And as you see, all this is wireless infrastructure which has been sold. So that's one point of view that could have worked in favor of Reliance Jio, the fact that they already have passive infrastructure sharing pacts. The second one is, Reliance Jio is always expected to bid very, very fiercely as part of this particular option to pick up the assets of RCom, because they are now on an expansion spree and they need greater access, they need a greater network, they need greater reach. So that's the reason why Reliance Jio is always touted to be one of the more aggressive bidders. So it makes strategic sense for them. They already have an existing relationship. And now, of course, Ruchi, all these assets have now been transferred to Reliance Jio. What is most important is that, the timing. Because Anil Ambani was speaking about a March 2018 deadline. So now, much before March 2018, the tower assets, the fiber assets, and a few other assets have already been sold to Reliance Jio. So right now, what remains, Ruchi, is perhaps only the real estate assets. So major chunk of RCom's asset monetization drive is already complete before the new year. And that, of course, is great news for all the shareholders. Of course, one needs to keep in mind that as per the statement, Ruchi, both the parties are bound by confidentiality agreements. So we are not yet sure about the exact valuations of this deal. But nonetheless, a big boost coming in for RCom and Reliance Jio also getting some strategic assets.